In Gospel of John 8:44, Jesus confronts a group of religious leaders who believed they were spiritually secure simply because of their heritage and religious position. But Jesus exposes a deeper spiritual reality, one that still speaks powerfully to our world today. Here is the verse from the King James Version. "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." This is one of the most direct and sobering statements Jesus ever made. He was not speaking to obvious criminals or atheists, but to deeply religious people who believed they were on God's side. That alone should make us pause. Jesus explains 3 important truths about the devil. First, the devil is a murderer from the beginning. From the moment sin entered the world in Genesis, death followed. Through deception in the garden, humanity was separated from God. The enemy's goal has always been destruction, spiritual, moral, and ultimately eternal. While many people today think of the devil as a myth or a symbol, the Bible presents him as a real spiritual enemy whose mission is to destroy lives. Second, the devil does not stand in the truth. Jesus says there is no truth in him. Truth is not just something the devil avoids, it is something completely absent from his nature. Everything he does is built on deception. This is why lies are one of his most powerful tools. And third, he is the father of lies. Every lie ultimately traces back to him. When falsehood spreads, when truth is twisted, when people are manipulated through deception, it reflects the character of the enemy. Now think about how relevant this is today. We live in a time where misinformation spreads faster than truth. Social media, news outlets, and online platforms constantly bombard us with competing claims about what is real and what is not. People are encouraged to live their truth, but often that phrase simply means ignoring objective truth altogether. Jesus reminds us that deception has a source. When truth is blurred, when morality is redefined, when people are led away from God through convincing but false ideas, we are seeing the same pattern that began in the Garden of Eden. The strategy has not changed: distort the truth, plant doubt, and lead people away from God. But Jesus was not just exposing the enemy, he was also revealing a test of spiritual identity. He told these religious leaders that their actions revealed their spiritual father. In other words, what we follow and what we practice reveals who we belong to. If a person continually embraces lies, rejects God's truth, and opposes Christ, they are reflecting the character of the enemy whether they realize it or not. That message still challenges us today. Being religious is not enough. Knowing Bible verses is not enough. Attending church is not enough. What matters is whether we truly belong to Christ and walk in his truth. The good news is that Jesus did not come merely to expose deception, he came to defeat it. Later in the same chapter, he declares that the truth will set people free. Through his death and resurrection, Jesus broke the power of sin and opened the door for people to leave the kingdom of darkness and enter the kingdom of God. So the question this verse leaves us with is simple but powerful. Are we following the truth of Christ, or are we unknowingly embracing the lies of the world? Every day we choose which voice we will believe. One leads to life, freedom, and eternal hope. The other leads to confusion, deception, and ultimately destruction. Jesus spoke these hard words because he loved people enough to confront the lie and point them toward the truth. And that truth still stands today. If this resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more.